What's happening, families? Always give thanks and praise to your Creator wherever you may conceive Him or her to be. Any day above ground for me is just a wonderful day, loving every minute of it, knowing that this can come to an end if you can enjoy financial freedom and love and peace and harmony, joy. Now, I'm not sure if I can post a video on this topic, but this guy called Alvin Bragg, a black district attorney from Harlem, he is going up against Donald Trump to discredit and bring down Donald Trump. A black attorney called Alvin Bragg from Harlem, married for 23 years, have 2 children. The first black district attorney trying to make a name of trying to discredit or bring down Donald Trump. Now, my take on that is this. White folks normally don't go against white people. No. Normally, how bad white people is, white folks normally do not go against white people. They might talk about them, but they will not try to discredit them or bring them down. Now, we know they always want to discredit black people and make a bad name for them and make them look bad. We know that. We know, however, some person black get famous to always try to drag their name in the dirt for a little thing that they do to bring them down, to make them, they discredit their name or keep their name in the dirt. We know that it happens all the time. Any famous person, Michael Jackson, Leslie Kids, Prince, Michael Jordan, gambler, Kobe Bryant, married a white girl, Tiger Woods, but then again he said he wasn't black, so it's all the ball game. But anyway, they try their best to discredit some person black. So I'm thinking, why would this district attorney trying to make a big name for himself going to fight against Donald Trump? Some ballparks you should not go into. Some ballparks you should not get involved in. Some ballparks you should leave the balls alone. Now I'm saying, this is my opinion. Some things you just leave alone. So if you want to make a name for himself and you're going to try to get there to try to bring down Donald Trump, and what he went through, saying that he was stopped several times and searched by gunpoint by policemen when he was driving his car, why would he want to go to bring down some person of a different race? Leave that for other people to do, despite the fact we know what they did to us and what they continue doing, what they're still doing. We know that. We get pulled over, we get stopped, we get shot running in the back, all that we know. We know all that we know. But why would he want to go that route? Interesting. Like I said, I have nothing against nobody. I'm just here to give my opinion on certain topics. But for him to go up against a president to make a name for himself, you better watch his back. You better be very, very careful, because that is not in your ballpark to do that. Leave that for other people to do, bro. That's my take on that. I'm gonna make a let me try and see if I can post this video here for you guys to see exactly what this man is talking about. Now, we do not own the copyright to the video. It's for awareness purposes only, but this is my take on it. I love you guys. Peace out, all love.
Tonight, there's more to know about the man who might enter history tomorrow as the first prosecutor to ever bring charges against a former president. Growing up in Harlem, I was repeatedly stopped and frisked by the NYPD, including 3 times at gunpoint. I've seen loved ones arrested and have opened our home to support a close family member post-incarceration. Alvin Bragg wrote that during his successful campaign for Manhattan District Attorney in 2020. Manhattan has never had a district attorney like Alvin Bragg. Manhattan has never had a district attorney who'd been repeatedly stopped and frisked by the New York Police Department 3 times at gunpoint. Alvin Bragg's predecessor was the son of President Jimmy Carter's Secretary of State, Cyrus Vance. And District Attorney Vance's predecessor, Robert Morgenthau, was the son of President Franklin Roosevelt's Secretary of the Treasury. District Attorney Morgenthau held the office for 34 years in Manhattan. There have been only 37 Manhattan district attorneys in the 222-year history of that office, and most of them have been New York aristocrats. Then came Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg grew up in Harlem, on a block known as Strivers Row, a neighborhood that was home to black professionals like Alvin Bragg's parents, Sadie and Alvin Bragg Sr., who grew up in the small town of Petersburg, Virginia, where they met in the 8th grade. Sadie was valedictorian in her high school graduating class. She went to Virginia State University, while Alvin Sr. went to Syracuse University. They married in Alvin's senior year of college and deliberately decided to move to Harlem and decided to stay there when they easily could have moved to the suburbs because they wanted Alvin Bragg Jr. to grow up in that nurturing Harlem community of Strivers Row. Alvin Bragg Sr. worked at the Urban League, while his wife, Sadie, became a dean at Manhattan Community College. Alvin Bragg was a good student who went on to Harvard College, where he became president of the Harvard Black Students Association. During his graduation week in 1995, Harvard's daily newspaper, the Harvard Crimson, published a profile of Alvin Bragg titled The Anointed One. In her profile of Alvin Bragg, Anna Wilde said that he is, quote, a smooth and convincing talker, and, quote, there is a definite sense of the anointed about him. She saw Alvin Bragg as someone who could have, quote, a role on the larger stage of local and national politics. That profile, written 28 years ago by a college student, is correct so far. Alvin Bragg has assumed a role in local politics, and because of the Trump investigation, national politics, and possibly as early as tomorrow, Alvin Bragg could assume a role in American history. After that profile appeared in his college newspaper, Alvin Bragg, having graduated from Harvard College cum laude, went on to Harvard Law School, where he was an editor of the Harvard Civil Rights, Civil Liberties Law Review. Alvin Bragg still lives in Harlem. He and his wife have been married 22 years and have 2 children. Life, as they have known it, will change utterly, if Alvin Bragg brings criminal charges against Donald Trump. Alvin Bragg and his family will be attacked and savaged by Donald Trump on a daily, possibly hourly basis, more viciously than we have ever seen Donald Trump lash out at anyone. Donald Trump will lie about Alvin Bragg. And Alvin Bragg knows this. But there has never been a Manhattan district attorney better able to face the volley of Trump attacks than Alvin Bragg.